by these big front-to-back fights, or even this series as a whole, where it has been more of, hey, we're going to find these quick picks and find these moments where we can catch people out, and I think that's where Fnatic really do thrive.
GIANTX, the earliest Dragon start I think I've seen in this patch and last patch combined. Like, no one prioritizes it much anymore, but an early Dragon down to GIANTX to open up the game.
Yeah, because of the mismatch Dragon and Grub timers that have been introduced, GIANTX can actually walk up to topside and potentially contest the Grubs as well.
W. Oh, good dodge. Nice
GIANTX
dodge.
now starting to move up. We'll spot out that Razork has already started these white grubs. He's taken one so far. There goes the second one. Can he get the third? Okay, there's this snipe away.
Nice.
So this is a direct result as I'm...
Flash commit. I mean, GIANTX here as well. He has his own flash. He matches over the wall and he's level 6, so he's got a rocket right out of the pocket. There's first blood. Humanoid nails him down.
Tries to contest the Grubs after securing the Dragon because of the mismatch spawn timers. But they find the collapse onto him. Humanoid has the push and the priority now. Antonio might be dove.
I mean, there might be a seismic shove out. Antonio's trying to clear the wave. He flashes back on him, but the damage from Corki is nuts. And man, Fnatic have been scaling into this series now with Humanoid starting 2-0.
To come in for a team fight with all your ultimates available.
They have a lot of damage here. Oscar has built AED and Razork's base damage is huge. Can they stun?
Wave. If he dies here, it's going to be a disaster. Without TP, a clean dive. Oscar already 2 plates. Demolish will make a third with Grubs. Guys, this Poppy is going to be the father of top this game.
And GIANTX needs to try and find an answer elsewhere. You can see him moving down into this bottom side, but trying to dive onto this is going to be so difficult. Level 7, full health. This is going to be tough.
Barrier up as well. Noah is really tanky here.
Really is. He can buy some time. The Magnus Storm under turret, though, is Ignar is tanking up for the time being, but Noah takes a while to die. Ignar has no health bar to play with, and GIANTX now either. Jun is at half HP as there's a Vault Breaker in. He flashes, Shattering Strike, counter plays as an auto there, and Patrick's tanking up under turret. He has to flash away. It works in the end. However, scattered
he can't TP down to the Dragon if he wants to. So this is going to be naturally a Fnatic-free Dragon, as Oscar can TP if he likes.
I feel like with the TP as well, doesn't that mean Grubs is an easy transition? Fnatic, what do you think? Like Razork, he's got his mana back, True Shot Barrage.
He pushed in mid, but look at where GIANTX is. He immediately reads this, trying to get down to the bottom side. That ward at the bottom will spot out the GIANTX here, though.
Waiting for the Pyroclasm come through. Unbreakables up first.
Pings are coming down. There's a TP coming down in that tri-bush.
That's fine.
Jackie's is going for it.
Jun hit level 6 just then, though, so he's got the Magnus Storm. He turns it back on a 10. The Pyroclasm unleashes hell. Noah free fires as GIANTX is now down without a doubt, and Noah stands in front, ready to take him out. Razork will chase him down, and man, that quick 6 from Jun off the back of the minion wave, I think that just gave GIANTX the biggest slap in the face I've seen.
And Ignar tried to push that way too far, tried to engage after everyone, but with the engage opened up a ton of pressure for Fnatic where they want now. Jackies will respond, at least with some time on this bottom side to get a turret. But when you've got a minute and a half until that next Dragon, I feel like that's where Fnatic are looking.
I mean, the biggest problem I see right now is that that's not we're good at our jobs.
I mean, with tower going down here, it's just impossible really for GIANTX to even look at this Dragon. Fnatic just have full control. They can't as where anyone Fnatic is.
Yep.
Now they're going to use Rift Herald on boss. The Antonio trying to clear the way, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Not.
Yeah.
Really not. Herald gets the charge regardless. The pillar won't stop that and enables Humanoid to come up and hit still with 2 Grubs. The family brought thanks to Shelly as well. It goes back into the rift. I mean, Inner goes down. Mid is a trade-off. Noah's in trouble. He's going to get stunned up as well. The duo out of GIANTX trying to keep it alive. They've had a good game so far, and why should that end now?
They need to make things happen on the map for GIANTX, especially when Fnatic are getting so much on the bottom side, but Noah taking that step too far forward, and just like that, now GIANTX have the numbers advantage that they want for the Dragon. Will be a lot of gold that's gone over into Fnatic, but at least GIANTX still continue to stack up these objectives.
And I will say something else that GIANTX are doing really well is their
ward coverage slim, and when Baron's up in a minute as well, this is going to work in Fnatic's favor as GIANTX comes in with a flash of cease and desist, but Noah ults out, and everyone says go! TP's down, Ignar timing the ult perfectly as the Magnus Storm.
Oh my god!
And it's a Disco Inferno! Razork burn, baby burn! And GIANTX have to turn and leave.
Jun with the sick ultimate, bringing them all in, and the 4-man brand passives as well. Huge AoE damaging coming out from the side of Fnatic.
And they just rinse them. it looked somewhat good for GIANTX, but Ignar couldn't get in range for the follow-up on the Vi ultimate, and immediately Fnatic see their shot. Mid lane tower now goes down, and it's going to take that just yet.
Yeah, and I mean, this entire time, I feel like GIANTX are pressured because they haven't farmed. I don't remember the last time Juhan farmed a camp down bot side on the side of Oscar in, and he's falling further and further behind. And now Fnatic take re-control of topside.
Yeah, and this is where I was talking about bring in Oscar in. This wave in mid is Fnatic. You can immediately jump onto that top wave, like look for the tier 2 and try and draw GIANTX completely out. So Fnatic looking to get the poke, but they're not getting the land.
Isn't it just going to be the fight for the game, though? I mean, the tension's high. Winner goes through and has a date with Destiny, with SK, it feels like, and it's called the Forge God flies through. It's GIANTX who pull the trigger onto Oscar. He's isolated, but a re-engage from Jun brings him back on in, and with the brand ult out, again, they're burning, but wait a minute. GIANTX have bought time. They've got Patrick free firing, and flies are falling down as Humanoid starts carrying again. Noah flies through, and the carries of Fnatic are too far ahead. GIANTX, but the lanes have been rough in the top side of the map this game, as Razork might be the pick. Wait, it's never over till the Nexus falls. Antonio, no! In a game 3, he needed that to hit his Ignar. Now gets away. John, the Magnusson forces the flash over the wall, but Oscar Renan is going to close the gap. A double kill picked up. Noah's setting himself up, and Fnatic will take that every day of the week.
It was a scramble. It was desperation from GIANTX. But the execution completely decimated off this push.
GIANTX trying to stop the siege before it even happens with the snap engage from the one-item vibe, but they don't do the damage.
Who's revived himself, 13 out of 14 kill participation in this game. He's been everywhere on the map, and it's
maybe not.
I'm still like, let's look at game 1 and game 2, right?
Yep.
So I think there's still answers, and now the TP behind.
I mean, this is the last resort, isn't it? Call the Forge God is available, but the turret is gone. With Baron, Fnatic push on in as here we go, a lock up, a lockdown. Razork goes gold in the searing charge. That's great, it's a good engage. The damage has been done, but for Fnatic, they still stand strong, and Razork is going to burn them alive again. Noah flies through this 4-item Kaiser just about. And now the final deed to be done. GIANTX had faith, they had belief, they had the game in the palm of their hands, and Fnatic rose to the occasion. It's only round 1 of playoffs, but Fnatic were tested, but they brought the fire. We asked, did G2
wait a minute.
Let's find out, because the game's not over, but hey, at least the Nexus is bare. There's a shutdown over to Patrick, and maybe, just maybe, the game goes a little bit longer, but it still feels so hopelessly doomed as Fnatic holds such a big margin.
To look forward to, especially if the teams that are in that bottom half of the table are still trying to fight, but now fight for Baron is not going to happen. It's gone already.
There's good damage from Baron, though. They're going to try and find the Miracle Fight as Antonio gets the knockup, but ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that bottom wave as it channels in. They're going to be quick about it. Jun gets the Magnusson, finds Patrick off the back end as Noah cleans house, goes golden, and finds the perfect pick. Oscar gets him up against the wall. Fnatic, it's getting messy. Jackie's runs in, gets a massive shutdown, goes golden. Fnatic need to clean it up. They do eventually, as Antonio will be up next. It had me worried, gents, I'm not going to lie. But the gold's too big, and as they teleport in, we finally get our resolution in this round 1.
GIANTX tried to pull the trigger onto the support to create numbers advantage, but Oscar Renan is just too huge.
Yeah, he has had a great game, a great series overall, and Fnatic fight back. I was going to ask you, did G2 break Fnatic? Well, at least now the curse seems to be broken in round 1 as they